Hey, what is going on guys? My name is Scotty, welcome back to a brand new Call of Duty Warzone 2 video. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys 5 more tips to help you all get the new contract for both Al-Mazrah and Vandal, so you guys can see yourselves improve in the game, win more gunfights, win more matches, and help you guys get those 5 wins to get your nuke rewards within Season 5 of Warzone 2. Before we get into the video, just a heads up, if you guys need help getting new contracts or finding good players to play with, feel free to join my Discord down below in the description. There's a link. There's tons of players running on there for their new contracts, and we've helped a ton of people already get theirs, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely check it out. Welcome back to the channel for my returning subscribers, and a warm welcome for the new ones as well. So guys, I've been making a lot of videos for new contract tips and nuke tips in general for Warzone 2, and they've been doing pretty good. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about it as well, so I know that these videos are helping people out. So I'm doing in today's video dropping 5 more tips to help you guys get those contracts, those win streaks, and win more gunfights, and everything like that. So make sure you guys check out my other videos as well. There's tons of ones on my channel already. Tons of great tips to help you guys learn to improve, what to do differently, and just overall see yourselves improve with these tips and tricks. So the tips we're going to break down in today's video is ones for gameplay, map awareness, gunfight skills, and stuff like that. So make sure you guys take these notes down and practice them in game, and you'll see yourselves improve over time for sure. So without further ado, let's check out the first tip in today's video. So guys, the first tip in today's video is using the proper lethals. Now for me, there's 3 that I like to use the most, and that is throwing knives, semtex grenades, and drill charges. Now all 3 of these have their pros and their cons, but if you use them right and you use them how they're supposed to be done and use them with some good tips and tricks, any of these 3 lethals can be absolutely dominant in the game and see yourselves improve with them. So starting off with the throwing knives, I love to use those to get those fast eliminations when you knock players, because sometimes you are in heated fights and you don't have enough time to either kill the down player or because you're getting chased and stuff. So when you have a throwing knife, it's an easy way to just instantly get them out of the game. So in case they're self-resing or you're in a predicament where you cannot really finish them off because you need the ammo for another player or anything like that, the throwing knives will be a huge and crucial part to getting people out of the way without wasting your bullets. Now these semtexes are great for multiple reasons as well. You can use them to block off alleyways or doors or anything like that where people are pushing, because they're not going to run through it, just like thermites and molotovs. But with these semtexes, they do pack a little more power because they have that explosive punch to it, and overall they're great for getting people around corners. You can also stick people with them too, even though nowadays it doesn't kill when you stick someone with a grenade unless they're low on health already. But using secret grenades to clear pathways or to create blockages in pathways when getting chased is a great way to use them to help yourselves improve in those gunfights and those close range scenarios. And then the third one is the drill charges. I love to use these for getting people out of the way as well. They're great for getting people out of roofs, getting people out of the floors below you or inside of buildings. They're also a great emergency if you do throw them at someone that's knocked or someone that's even charging at you. Drilling them is an easy way to either knock or finish them. And when you use drill charges right, they're a super great way to create a pathway, because when you use these things aggressively, they can be pretty destructive, especially when you stack them with other players using them. Drill charges can be just absolutely dominant in this game. The second tip on today's video is using the best perks for the ultimate perk. Now for these as well, there's 3 main ones I like to use, and that is High Alert, Ghost, and Bird's Eye. Now when I use High Alert, this one's always great because it shows where players are when they're looking at you, and it's a great way to get a heads up so you don't get accidentally shot in the back or anything like that. Now it doesn't guarantee that you will be okay, but giving that little High Alert heads up will help you a lot so you don't get surprised as much by enemies, and overall it just gives you that little extra heads up that hey, there's someone on this rooftop behind you or someone to the right. But the only downside about this one is sometimes it does throw me off because they might be pointing from the left. When you look to your left, they're actually behind you, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Use it as an awareness, not really as something to go off of, because if you always believe what the High Alert says, you're gonna have a bad time every once in a while. Now the second one I love to use is Ghost, because this one's really great for being more stealthy with your pushes, because you will be off of the radar when you are using it. It's really great for pushing strongholds, pushing teams when they have UAVs and stuff. Now do keep in mind that they do not counter advanced UAVs, so always be aware that your Ghost will not protect you from that. And as well, if someone has the vest that can see Ghost players, that will also counter you. So unless you have a stealth vest, the comms vest will see you as a ghosted player. So make sure you take down those notes, because Ghost is great, but it will not save you in every single scenario. And then the third one we use is Bird's Eye, because it gives you a little advanced UAV sort of when you have a UAV, or if you have the comms vest as well, that's also a great replacement for a Bird's Eye. But not everyone gets them. They're actually a lot more rare nowadays than when they first came out. But using Bird's Eye is a little great way to get extra UAVs on your map. This one's really great for aggro pushes as well, because you get those extra UAVs every time someone else calls them in. They're not as powerful as they used to be, but they're still pretty good. So if you like to have those little extra UAV pings when other people call in their UAVs, and as well get those little directional pings for your own UAVs. Give this one a shot because you'll love it as well. The third tip on this list is aim training, and this one is very crucial, especially when you're just starting off at the start of the day. You know, you had a long day at work or it's your first game on in the morning. Training your aim for a game or two, or just going into the firing range, going into multiplayer is a great way to just help yourself get that aim warmed up, because the last thing you want to do is join a friend who has like a 2-streak or something like that, and then you join in and your shot is all off and you're just missing all your bullets and losing gunfights. That is the last thing you want to do. So what I normally do personally is when I'm loading into a match or I'm just waiting in the lobby for my friends to join, I'll just go into either a bot lobby, just practice a little warm up like that, or I'll go into the firing range, because the firing range is also a great way to just warm up your aim a little bit. So you can use any of those, get those warm ups going, because trust me, you do not want to go into a match that's high stakes without being warmed up all the way. The fourth tip on this list also kind of goes with the third tip, and that is having pre-game warm-ups. Now if you have your squad ready to go, just have a few matches either in multiplayer or in Battle Royale itself. Get those warm-ups going, make sure all your guys' communications are on point, you're up to date, because sometimes there's new updates that come out and some weird things happen and change. So make sure you guys know exactly what's going on within the game itself. Warm yourselves up, get your shot good, get your movement good, get warmed up with your team, learn each other's callouts, learn each other's play styles, and then once you guys feel like you are ready to go, then start going for the nuke. I mean, if you're doing the warm-ups and you get the wins with that, that's even better, but sometimes, you know, all of us are just, you know, not warmed up all the way, so we gotta do those little warm-up matches. You know, you just gotta get some wins going, and then once you get those wins flowing, start going for those contracts. So guys, the fifth and final tip on today's video is one that not many people do use, but a lot of people who are really good at the game do use it, even though it requires no skill at all, and that is just splitting the money when you have a lot in your bank. Now sometimes you'll see players carry $20,000, but the other 3 teammates on their team in quads are carrying like $100 each. So if that guy gets knocked and he's in the gulag, it's going to take a lot longer for him to get back, especially in Al-Mazrah, where some of the buy stations can be very far away. So what I like to do is, if I do a stronghold or if I do a black site and I get a bunch of money, let's say I have $20,000, I give everyone at least enough for 1 buy each. So drop 4,000 for each player if you can, so if anyone goes down, there is always someone that is able to get a buyback in case there's no flares or there's no money available, because you know, sometimes you play the game, there's not enough money, sometimes it's really hard, you know. So always make sure you're splitting off money when you do have extra. Never be the guy that's carrying $40,000 while everyone else carries 500, because that can go very wrong at the end of the day, and if you lose that gulag when you die, your team is now stuck with maybe $1,500 combined, and that is not going to be enough to get anyone back. So here you have it, guys. These are 5 more tips to help you guys get your new contracts right now within Warzone 2 in Al-Mazrah and Vandal. If you guys did enjoy this video and you found these tips informative, you're more than welcome to drop a like on this video. It does help me out a lot here on the channel when you do so. And as well, if you have not subscribed already, you're also welcome to do so as well. I post all things Call of Duty, including tips, tricks, news, info, and more. So if those are things that you guys are interested in, you're always welcome to stay tuned. But with all that said and out of the way, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you guys did enjoy once again. My name is Scotty. Take care, thank you for watching, and have a great day.